Hey y'all, it's Evan again, back again with Fifth Third Trading. Today is the 19th, it's Tuesday of 2021. Tomorrow is Trump's last day in office. What that means for the stock market, I do not know. It could be really good, it could be really bad, it could be nothing. Nobody knows. All I know is that I hope you guys will make good decisions. Please be safe tomorrow. I live in Atlanta area, so our kids aren't coming to school this week for safety reasons. So again, I hope you and your kids are safe, you and your loved ones are safe. And again, if you need anything, please let me know. I am here to help if anyone does need anything. With that being said, we have 6 stocks today. They're all really good. Besides that, I have like 10 or 15 extra you should watch. Actually today, my good list outperformed the great list. I think it's because there's more of them. You have, better chances. But again, these are 6 really, really good stocks to watch. Today, I did film my first lesson for the class that's coming out over summer. Again, a few months away. But if you really want to learn what I do and how I do it, like stupidly in depth, like I'm covering literally everything in 50 parts. That'll be available on Patreon in a few months. So again, keep it on the horizon. If you really like what I do, you can also then do what I do. All you need to do is dye your hair pink and be an idiot, and then you can really be me. That'd be good stuff. So no funny intro today. I had to do that other filming today. More important, tomorrow I'll get back to the good intros. But today, 6 great stocks, 20-minute time cap. Let's get into it. In the description box and on my right and to your left is going to be our journal. Again, I haven't updated today. It's been a very busy day recording. But again, every single stock that I have called is on here. Yes, if they're red, I have not bought in yet. A few I did buy into, like ARCT I bought in at support. It did really well today. UPLD I'm waiting on. RVP I'm still holding, doing very well on. Twink doing very well on. And a few of these I'm waiting on. I may not buy into any of them. And again, you can see our unrealized. We have some pretty good ones. PGen did die, and again I validated out. Mux did die out, but again Beyond and FGen alone will carry that day. And you can see ALNY and FGen will carry this day again. So again, we have a lot of really big wins, and then we mitigate our losses. But this is in the description box. If you want to check it out, it's all there for you. Between every ticker, there's going to be a 5-second ticker screen. It looks like this, and the guy's going to be there. Pause your video, go into your own TOS or your trading view, and chart the technicals yourself, supports, resistances, trend lines, and then check the indicators. If you do it by yourself, then do it with me. You're going to learn a lot of really good information. With that being said, let's get into it. We have 6 really good ones today, and then 10 additional ones you should watch if you're more experienced and you want to do, the extra mile of good stuff here. First is CANF, CANF Biopharma. Again, it's a bio play, so please make sure you do your technical analysis behind this and your fundamentals. It's in our buying channel, and again, it got down there this morning. It's already up 4%. The chances this stays down here is fair at best. I mean, it sometimes comes down to this channel down here, all the way down. But again, recently it's been in our volume profile node, really trying to get higher. This has huge breakout potential. We're talking it makes easy moves of 10, 15, 20% very quickly, then drops off. So again, just technically looking at this channel alone, it's very reminiscent of CPTI we called. It's just more, dollar penny stock style. So again, you could easily make another 8, 9, 10%. If you're more adverse to risk, let it come back down to the 1.81 area. But again, a really good technical setup, great channel play. We've called it once before. I said, hey, it's pretty good over here. And it took a minute and then it took off and got about 6%. And then it kind of died off. So again, we're waiting for that really big move. It'll happen eventually. The only thing is you may want to set a take money profit order around 203, 204 because it does wick. And if you have a 9-to-5 job, you're not going to catch it possibly. So again, really good looking stock. Let's check the indicators. So they look good. Then again, just looking at it from this standpoint, it's really trying to break above the 50 and the 200. It's now holding above the 200. It's getting more and more reliable to do that because of how the 200 is calculated. It's the last 200 candles, and so all this price action over here is slowly kind of getting taken off of this information. So once it takes over the 200 and the 50, you may see a really big play out of this. RSI is fair, but again, you got to be dynamic. It doesn't really give below 41. Even 40, it kind of dips near. And it's at 49, so it just tapped down and did that. And that's from today. As you can see, today it was at 40. So its reversal is happening. The stochastic is very low. The vortex is very low. It's gearing up for a big move in the next few days. Hopefully it's going to be green. I'd assume it's going to be green. If it does dip some more, wait for it to get lower on the stochastic and maybe to 34 in the RSI, and the price action kind of gets to the bottom of this channel. But again, CANF is a great buy right now, and if you have a good stop loss, you should make some good money. Next is CNCE. We played it before. We called this massive run up, and we called it again over here for the retest, and it did not hold, and it broke down. Now again, there must be a fundamental reason for this breaking down, I assume, and that's okay. But all I know is that it broke down into a support area. Now it could drop to 1061. I could easily see again 1058. I could see even lows possibly around the 1030 area if it doesn't really seem to curtail here. But again, it does have a history of making really big sell-offs to come right back. Right? Really big sell-off to come right back. Big old sell-off comes back. So I'm hoping this is a sell-off that comes back and this redefines this area as a new channel up here. I would not be shocked though if it does keep selling off, but this is a great sign. It has some life here, and again, it's only 1/10 the volume of this candle, but again, the average volume of this stock is 50-60,000 a candle, so watch it. You know, maybe it does make some good life here. If it does live here, you're going to be at the ground floor of a brand new channel, which I think is really, really great. It's really, really good, because this was a same triangle that it broke above, and now it's kind of testing it again. So again, be careful. It's a great setup though for a bounce play in very, very defined stop loss area, which I like. Let's check the indicators. My assumption is the 250 are going to be above it. Obviously, those are going to be resistances moving forward. And again, it really respects the 200. So hopefully it's just a retrace of the 200. See how it does this historically? It breaks the 200s to come back. Hopefully that's the play. Hopefully it just broke the 200 to come right back into it. RSI is oversold, and it's done that once before and made massive money. And again, even when it gets to about 30, 35, it's made money. So the RSI is very promising, but again, we haven't had this many candles like this in a long time. Stochastic hasn't been much lower, neither has Vortex. So a reversal is near. Now will it hold here? I'm hoping so. Again, historically speaking, it's great to see straight red to green, it reversed, some red, green, red. So I mean, I'm hoping this green will be, see how it has all red till it reverses? Hopefully this first green one holds and we see another one, and that's a really good sign of life. So again, CNCE hopefully is just retesting the 200 and it comes back. But check the fundamentals. But again, it's a good setup. I like it a lot. AEYE, National Vision Holdings. I guess everyone's eyes are doing great until a few days ago, it looks like. So it looks really good, uptrend here. Bottom of its channel, obvious area of support right here. You can see the resistance. When it gaps above it, that's another good sign of support. And again, gaps get filled. So it came down, tested it, retest, retest. This is a very strong support area, and it's right behind it. So again, we're talking 2% away. You could argue, if you want to be Mr. Semantics and Mr. Oh, actually, the support could be tightly down here as of now, which puts it a little bit farther away. But again, it looks really good at this point with the trend line. I think it may take a second to reverse. It does have a small history of breaking it, as you can see, so that may happen. But again, you're getting at the bottom of a really good channel up. I think it's a really good price to buy it at, really good support. I bet this has some email lines in play. Let's check them out. So I was right and wrong. Most of my life is like that. It seems to be a 200 play, but it seems to keep its range above the 200 pretty well. Like it seems to get close to it. That's where it's at. So it's basically a 50 EMA bounce. And it broke above it or broke below it pretty intensely. So we got to see it come back. If there's more red tomorrow, just wait. But again, 50 EMA bounce plays are very normal. Looking good. RSI is where it reverses at. And again, you got bid dynamics. Sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's 38, 41, whatever it is. This is an area for reversals. Do I see a divergence yet? Kind of, not really. There haven't been many in this market, which is fine. It happens. You could say technically that's a divergence. It's up, and then this is a down. But that's a very light one. Like I wouldn't consider that some massive divergence, but it's there. But it's not crazy. There's a small divergence. And then Vortex, again, is getting the area where it reverses at, maybe a little bit lower. But again, this is a good setup. You have a lot of safety in it. You have the trend line, divergence, plus a support line. Great convergence, 50 EMA bounce. It looks really, really good. Next is NGD. What's really telling of a good channel is that you have to connect the peaks together and see what you get. You just draw a line like I did here, and you redraw as a channel and test it. All right, go through. See how many of those line up right there? Right there, 1, 2, 3. It's a good line. You come up here and see how many of these test as a resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See that? This is definitely the line you want to use at this angle. And again, you come up to the top here and you can even see right there, a lot of good line matching up right there. Those two match up. That's probably your whole entire channel right there, to be honest with you. What I like to do too is cry myself to sleep. No, I like to put secondary lines like this, like that's my buy-in zone, like that. And then you could also then redraw this line like that. Oh God, I hit the wrong button. Embarrassing. And you do like that. And then you hit redraw the channel. And then you can kind of come up here and now you have like 3 lines almost. Like that's your buy-in zone, that's your resistance. And it's in the buy-in zone. It looks really, really good. And again, I wish it would come a little bit farther down. And again, I think it has a chance of dropping another 4% into this area. And again, you have to just riddled with support areas. And that's going to be the question you got to ask yourself. Is it going to change here at this support? Is it going to come down a little bit farther? Maybe at this support area, like right here. See how there's a bunch of support area right in this area? This is definitely a reversal zone. What happened there? What happened here? Anywhere in this area, 191 to 180 is where it's going to happen. Unless it really crashes off, but I don't think it's going to. Really cheap penny stock. That was a lot of these today were really good for that. It's really coming down, and again, massive potential if it bounces back up. But NGD, gold holdings, gold should be okay. It looks really good. Let's check the indicators. So it broke the 200 and the 50. Those will be resistances moving forward. It doesn't seem to respect either one all that much when it comes to directional direction. Price direction just looks like it doesn't really respect it that much recently. Looks like it's more of just resistance or support. RSI is super oversold, and as you can see, when it gets to this point, you will make some money off a bounce at least. But again, this whole area is a bit concerning with the RSI kind of making it null and void. So I guess it's okay. Stochastic hasn't gotten much lower in a long time, which is great. And again, it is a divergence in the fact that it's lower lows, but then it shows a double bottom on this. So I guess a reversal is impending eventually. Vortex has been lower, and it reversed a little bit. So again, it looks like this is going to be the area for a reversal. Vortex is pretty low. So great setup. Really good area for your stop losses to be identified. It's a great uptrending stock. It looks really good. Next is SSRM. It just broke this support. I was watching this morning and I was like, damn it. But again, I guess the best part is if it is in fact a widening wedge, which it looks like it is almost, you can kind of connect all 3 of these. You see that? This is a really big channel over a long period of time. See that? You can just connect those bad boys right there. This is a channel down, but again, you're getting at the ground floor of a channel down. So like, is it that big of a deal? I don't think so. This is definitely an area of support. There's going to be very little volume down here. So I think a wick's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to wick down and come back up, hopefully. You're getting into the ground floor, though, of like a really nice channel. You have plenty of room to run up 6% to get into the volume profile again. 16, you have plenty of room to run. Great setup. You can even just argue that the support area, and this is all preference, is actually going to be like closer to that, given these wicks over here. But again, I think it's a little bit higher. I think that got broken today. But again, channel down, a small horizontal one. You're getting the ground floor. Easy stop loss area. It's a fantastic pickup. Let's check this. Let's check the indicators. So again, it's going to have to break both the EMA lines to really make some good moves. RSI is oversold. Last time it happened, you made money. You made money. You made money. You lost money. So again, looks like it's fairly easy reading, but the stochastic looks to be a really good mirroring image of it. And it's super low, so that's great. And the vortex is super low, which is great. So a reversal looks like it's pending. It looks like it's going to be coming soon. It looks like what you want to see is to get in as low as possible, have a tight stop loss for this. But again, it's a really good looking stock when it comes to just consolidating, and you have a really good price to buy in. It's a mining company, so just check the fundamentals on that, but it's a good setup for sure. Next is Walmart, and again, this is the power of volume profile when you do it over a long period of time, and you do your stocks correctly the first time of like actually doing this. You see where volume profile is now? The whole thing shifted. And this is over a few weeks. See that? You move the volume up there, you move this whole channel up there. like that. Now you have it correctly. You see how all this previous price action is now moved up? This is going to be a gravitational force pulling it upwards. That's the power of doing volume profile the first time correctly and placing it, because now we have a brand new picture that this is now going to be the median area of movement, not so much farther down. Everything below this will now be considered wicking, and wicks do not lead to reversals. So that's great. Nonetheless, Walmart sucks ass as a company. I hate them. But again, their stonk is pretty sexy right now. Only thing sexy in Walmart's history. You can see, you ever go there? Shit. You can see, you zoom right here. You can see that this middle line is definitely the median of this channel up, like I said I like to do sometimes. This is a support area for sure, and it's testing it. And again, we called it over here. You would have made an easy 4 or 5%. And again, it's a slow-moving stock. This is a really good beginner stock. You're not really making any big waves with it. But again, really good support area, double bottom right here. Then again, now you have even more percentage for running up. It looks really good. I like it a lot. Again, more expensive, less profit, but again, the setup is perfect. Let's check the indicators. So it's consolidating. It just broke below both the EMA lines. Again, you can't get a really good deal and hold above them that often. And so that's the case here. You got to break both those. RSI does get oversold and it does make you money. It's very consistent about that. And here we are again. Stock is low. Vortex is incredibly low. Again, given the history, there should be a reversal soon. It wouldn't be a video if I didn't yawn. So great setup. I like it a lot. Let's check the other good stocks that aren't as perfect as these, but also have some really good potential. So for time purposes, I'm going to just keep the indicators on. I want to get you guys as many of these as possible, really show you some good stuff, and again, do it in a timely manner. If you are newer, stick to those 6 that I showed you. If you're a little more advanced and more seasoned, like a very beautiful steak, add these if you like them. And again, these are all based off of what I see, and ones that I previously called, and the ones that I think still have good potential, all mixed in. So AEYE, we called this yesterday. It looks good. It held life. See that? It went up 4% today. It still looks really good. The reason it's not going to be in my great list, my poop list as I call it, is just because I called it yesterday. I don't want to cheat. This is a great setup still. If it breaks above higher, it's going to look really good. That 50 EMA is still going to be your stop loss. But AEYE is still a really good setup. And again, the indicator is still pretty low. I like it a lot. AQB, we played 3 times now to success. I love it a lot. And now it's retesting. If we zoom in, we can see it's been riding up these lines, making higher lows consistently, and now it broke this resistance. Will this hold? I don't know. It's really high up here. I mean, you look at the year chart. I mean, it's really overextended. I mean, it's up there. Now, some stocks just do that. Like some stocks, they have a lot of hype and then just stay up there. Then this has, it's a technologies company. Makes sense. So again, is this going to hold? Maybe. I think you could also wait for it to come down to this channel and this 50 EMA play and really take advantage of it. But again, if it does hold here and kind of bips up a little bit and then bips up again and kind of like stays in this area, making kind of like a heartbeat, just kind of like waiting for this trend line, also possible. But again, AQB at this point is a good setup. We called ATNX yesterday, and again, it's still sitting at this trend line. Do I think it has the possibility of dipping down a little bit farther? Yeah, I could see it hitting about 1046, maybe 1060 for sure. I can go home. No, but it looks pretty good. It could get a little bit lower. But again, great value. The indicators are low. RSI is a fair area. So again, I think a reversal is imminent, but I would just give it some more time to see what's up and just to see what it's going to do. We're making record time, damn it. All right, next is CCEP, Coca-Cola European Partners. Similar to Coke, which is ironic because Coke is shit in the bed right now, but that's okay. Pardon my French, it is. So, because of taxes. Ooh, so this is a nice trend line that's been following consistently, and now it's up here. Is it a pure one? No. If you're gonna take my class or you're gonna actually like do trend lines correctly, definitely not a good one to go off of. But again, it's really showing you the historical trends of it all, and now it's testing it again. It does like to hold above this or bounce off of it and consolidate around it, so I think that's important. This is definitely an old resistance right here that became a support, and it's kind of bouncing off of the 50, kind of going through it. Is it a great setup? It's okay. I like it a lot. But again, I would like to see more than just a crappy trend line and a 50 EMA bounce with this old resistance. I want to see something else, right? It does have a low vortex, it does have a low stock and a low RSI, so I think it keep going. But again, just given the history, I think it's more possible to hit 45, 75 and then reverse, more likely. But again, it's a good setup. I think if Coca-Cola keeps doing well, it's going to be a good pickup. But again, it's just okay. Next is my baby CRK. We played it for literally 2.5 months now, and it's finally doing what I wanted to do. We bought it, I was like, F yeah, big fella. It went up, I'm like, I'm holding this, I don't even care. And now we're up to here. I'm still holding it. I don't care. I'll lose all profits in this one. I don't care. First time it broke the 250 in months, and it's going to retest it. It looks like it retested it recently. It has a green one. This is a 1, 2, possibly a third time getting tried. If anyone watched my video on Thursday, I called this. I did not draw this today. I had this trend line before. It's not on accident. It tapped there and it lived. Now, again, am I sure it's going to run up? No. Do I think it's going to? Yeah, I do, because you can see the stochastic is oversold again, looking really, really good. Do you guys ever have your cell phones feel like they vibrate, but they're not vibrating? That's the weirdest thing. I feel like we're all getting like phone cancer for sure, which is sad. I hope that doesn't happen to anybody. But again, this is a support area for sure. It's reversing, looks really, really good. If it breaks the volume profile and keeps pushing, it's going to be beautiful. But again, you're towards the top of the channel. That's the only problem. You're towards the top of this. And I do not know if it's going to keep going because the volume doesn't get much higher than this. But again, CRK, if you bought in, hold it. If you're waiting to buy in, today's the day. Have a smart stop loss. It's been such a great stock. I love it a lot. Next is CRWD, CrowdStrike Holdings. It's just a holdings company. Simple play. It's a trend line up that follows the 50 EMA for a bounce, right? It's going up. It's bouncing off of it. It does break it and comes back. It broke it today. It may come back. And again, this is a strong resistance. It's almost like AQB light. You see the similarities? Okay. Now AQB did it 3 times. CRWD is doing it twice. Now again, I like to see 3 times. It'd be a real pattern. But again, if it holds here, we're talking easily 10%. And on a $200 stock, that's $20. So I mean, it's a good return. It's not bad at all. Indicators all look really good. Again, the issue is I don't know what they're holding, and I don't know how much higher it could possibly go. It's been on a tear. I mean, it's almost doubled in price in a few months here, right? It was down here, absolutely been ripping. So, I mean, to push another 20% is not unfeasible, especially after, you know, it got some breath and pushed up, got some more breath, bow push up. I can see it, but I want to see what it'll do first and show some life before I buy in. FLXN, FLXN, again, a therapeutics company. Make sure to do your research. It has a really good trend line. It's been going up. And again, it tries the 200. We called this. It tried the 200, and it made 9 or 10%, and now it's coming back down. Again, a very easy read if it shows life tomorrow. And again, I'd probably zoom in, do like a 10-day chart. You see the 10-day chart, how clean this looks. You know, on a 10-day chart, you know, let it show some life first. See how it's reversing here? You love to see it. You see this right here? It's showing the same exact pattern. I like it a lot. And again, you can look back historically. It just goes back and forth on this channel. It looks really, really nice. Again, I would give it some time. If it can hold the 200, great. RSI is fair. Vortex is consolidating. Stock is fair. Again, they're okay. And again, it looks like it's a good setup. Let's see what tomorrow holds for it. IRWD, again, it's retesting this volume profile line. It's retesting the 200 EMA line. Will it hold? I'm not quite sure. That's why it's just okay. But again, if it does hold here, we're talking easily 13% in a full move. We just got it before. I called it a few days ago. It did do really well. The stock is fair. Actually, stock's low. Sorry, our vortex is low. RSI is fair. It has some room to drop. And again, I think it may come back down farther, back into this channel. But again, given the history, it may be starting a new channel up here, trying to force the volume profile higher, and that'll be really good. But again, all you have is that support area in the 200. Is it holding? Kind of. We'll see. It's just an okay setup, but IRWD is pretty good. Next is Coca-Cola KO. Again, the trend line hits twice, is right here at the 3rd time. And again, it does line up. So again, I'm not saying it's some idiotic play. If it does live here and shows some good life, then it becomes significant. So that's going to be a possibility here. It looks really, really good. I like it a lot. There's supports down here. There's support up here. So it's in a kind of like a loading zone, right? This is like an area of value. It's loading up for something. The stock is low, RSI is low, Vortex is low. Again, the tax thing really effed them up. But again, it looks like this is going to be a nice area. And if that's the case, guess what? We have a channel starting right in this area. And we have a whole channel over the next, it's been 5 months in this channel. We're going to get right back down on the ground floor and roll it back up. Look really, really good. And again, it's only 10%, 15%. But again, it's a really good, safe company, really big. So if it does hold, it'd be good for you if you're more risk adverse, because you're not going to lose a bunch of money, but you won't gain a bunch either. But it looks pretty good. And last one for the day is VRSN. I called it 3 times now. I'm calling it one more time quickly. It is holding the support line. It showed life today. So if you want to use confirmation, big fella, we're almost right there. So if it does curl up some more tomorrow and go green, VRSN is going to be good to go. Just so you guys know. For sure. I'm about that money and that dough. I'm done. So there you have it. Our 6 great stocks, our 10 good stocks. Again, if you're a beginner, focus on the 6 that I gave you. And if you're really good or more intermediate, pick a few out of the 10 that you really like and then watch those as well. Premium services are on the way, but we're waiting for the pandemic to be done. Tomorrow's inauguration. Please make good decisions. I want to see everyone back here healthy and happy. That's my goal. And I hope everyone makes some money. Again, if you need anything, please comment down below. I'll answer anything you guys need. Follow me on Twitter, #investing. On Reddit, I posted a bunch of spots. If you need anything, please let me know. If not, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day.